Hi friends, welcome back to a very important lecture for the UPSC Prelims 2026. In this lecture, I am going to discuss a very important topic from geography, which is a favorite topic of UPSC Prelims examination, Indian monsoon. Guys, recently something big has happened in this theme and you need to know because there will be a question on this topic. You can mark my word. So if you complete this video, you are ensuring 2 marks in the next year prelims examination. Guys, you know, out of all the subjects, geography questions in the prelims examination is very analytical. You need to know, understand it completely to answer it. So be very attentive. This is going to be a very important topic. So guys, recently something very unusual has happened. What is that unusual thing which has happened? For the first time, Indian monsoonal winds, they have crossed the Himalayas and they have entered Tibet. So recent satellite data have shown that the monsoonal clouds, monsoonal winds, they have crossed the Himalayas into the Tibet, and this is a very important happening which will have ramifications for Indian climate. Guys, let me first explain you the Indian physiography, Indian physical map, and this is Indian climate map. Okay guys, you can see here we have the Himalayas, and these Himalayas act as a barrier, not just a physical barrier but also a climatic barrier, because these Himalayas, they stop the monsoonal winds, particularly the Bay of Bengal branch and the Arabian branch. So this is the Indian Himalayas. So when they hit the Himalayas, they are deflected back. Okay, so Himalayas, they work as a climatic divide, okay. If you see this side of the Himalayas, we have monsoonal climate. Okay, what is monsoonal climate? UPSC has asked multiple times. Monsoonal climate is what? Seasonal reversal of winds. Seasonal reversal of winds is called monsoonal climate. Okay, so this Himalayas used to play a climatic divide, but this time what has happened is that this monsoonal winds, they have crossed the Himalayas into the Tibet. Okay, so first thing what they may ask you is that why Tibet? Why Tibet is one of the driest region in the world? Tibet is one of the driest region in the world. It is like a cold desert. Why? Because traditionally Tibet is in the rain shadow area of the Himalayas. Okay, which is also called the leeward side. This is Tibet, and this is in the rain shadow area. It is in the rain shadow area of the Himalayas. So the reason why Tibet is dry traditionally is rain shadow effect. Rain shadow effect means this monsoonal winds, when they hit Himalayas, they lead to rainfall on this side of Himalayas, and that side of Himalayas is dry. Okay, that is the first thing you need to know. But for this time, what has happened is that these monsoonal winds, they have crossed the Himalayas into the Tibet. What is the reason for that? So guys, as per the research, there are 3-4 reasons for that, but the main reason is collision of monsoon and western disturbance. Guys, this time a rare incident has happened that the western disturbance and Indian monsoons, they have collided. Generally western disturbance comes in the month of December, January, winter months, but for the first time, this time western disturbance are increasing in number even in the month of June, July and August. And because of these two collision of monsoon and the western disturbance, this thing has happened. Okay, so guys, you can see here the western disturbance, they start from the Mediterranean Sea and they travel eastwards through the westerlies. Okay, and this western disturbance, they bring rainfall in the upper regions of Himalayas, okay, during the month of December and January. But for the first time, this western disturbance, they are there even in the month of June, July, August, which is a monsoon month. So what is happening is that from here western disturbance are coming, and from here monsoon is coming, southwest monsoon is coming, and this collision is taking this monsoonal winds into the Tibet. That is the first reason. So you should know about western disturbance also. This is a very important concept in your geography. What are western disturbance? I'm going to explain to you in the next slide. Okay, the second reason is increased western disturbance. Guys, the number of incidents of western disturbance are increasing in number. That is also one of the reasons. Next is climate change is also one of the reasons, guys, why this is happening. And atmospheric rivers. What are atmospheric rivers? Atmospheric rivers are high altitude moisture channel. Okay, they are high altitude moisture channels. Okay, so in atmosphere they are like moisture channel, like they are rivers of moisture. They are rivers of moisture at high altitude, and that is responsible for taking this monsoonal winds into the Tibet. This monsoonal winds into the Tibet, that is the main reason for that. So you have to understand this concept of western disturbance, which is responsible for taking this moisture winds of the monsoon into the Tibet. So you should know what is this western disturbance. Okay, you should know what is this western disturbance. Western disturbance, basically they originate in the Mediterranean Sea. They are extratropical cyclone. There are extratropical cyclone. So they are outside tropical region. They are extratropical cyclone, and they pick moisture from the Caspian Sea, and they are driven eastwards through the westerlies. They are driven eastward through the westerlies, and they bring winter rainfall. They bring winter rainfall in the Himalayan reach. Okay, so you can see here, when they enter India, they encounter the Himalayas, and they bring rainfall during the winter months. During the winter months in Jammu and Kashmir, in Himachal, in Uttarakhand, and in the plains, Indo-Gangetic plains.